Tonight, week 1 of the 2024 fall season began, and golf is undefeated, and volleyball kicked off the season in the gym with a win. It's also week 1 for the NFL, but tonight we will start in the volleyball gym. They won their first match of the season against Tantascwa, who were the major factor players that really delivered in this 3-0 sweep against Tantascwa, the first home match. What's next? The team really feeling good right now. And Shepherd Hill former players are taking the field in the NFL as the week 1 of the season began. We'll bring you an update on their story as they just released some new comments to the Telegram and Gazette. We'll catch up with 2 former Shepherd Hill athletes. And tonight, Worcester State WPI, more alumni taking the field as we get set to honor those alumni. Used to play for us. They'll play tonight, 6 of them, WPI, Worcester State, and we'll be there too. We'll bring you that story in just a little bit. Undefeated? Yeah, golf is, and they are rolling right now with could be one of the best teams in years. And yes, I'm currently knocking on my head. 3 wins for golf. What's next? We'll bring you the scoring, how they did, and their home match on Tuesday. You can be there. Field hockey started their season with a 2-0 loss versus Lunenburg. Obviously, very tough competition in Lunenburg. We'll bring you that. And the soccer teams had a tough go of it. Boys soccer 6-0 on Tuesday, and then a double-digit loss. But 2 goals scored by Shepherd Hill athletes. We'll bring you that and more. Girls soccer also started their season versus Neshoba, and more of the same. Tough games all around. In the national sports, the Chiefs, the Ravens, it didn't come down to a hair, it didn't come down to the wire, it came down to a toe, and we'll bring you all that coming up.
From Shepherd Hill Regional High School, this is Shepherd Hill Sports Zone with Cameron Simpson.
Hello everyone, and thank you for being with us on this very nice, beautiful September Friday. Thanks for taking some time to catch up on all things Shepherd Hill Athletics, and it's a busy one for us today. Alumni taking the field in college, which will happen this evening, and the NFL. Chris Lindstrom, you probably know him. We'll bring you his latest comments about the season as he gets set for his next upcoming NFL season. But there's also news from here, including the golf and the volleyball teams starting off with big victories this first week of the season. Let's start in the gym and the volleyball team because they were the leaders to start off this season. We start with sophomore Olivia Jankowski. She had 5 aces in this game for Shepherd Hill. The first set was 25-14, 25-12, and then they finished the third set with a 25-15 victory. Junior captain Ashley Heath had 3 aces in the game and 3 kills for the first match of the season. Now, Tantascwa, obviously a valiant first start of the season. They constantly are in there with the Rams, and they really did deliver again tonight. What's next for the volleyball team, you may be asking, after this big win and maybe carrying some momentum in their season? I'll tell you, I've talked to a few of the players. They do seem to have that momentum, that drive, and very excited about this first win of the year. Now, they were supposed to have a game incorrect. Friday tonight, Groton Dunstable is their next opportunity. So as we're on air, they're competing against Groton Dunstable, a team who started their season with a loss. So hoping to go 2-0, and then Saturday in the home gym at 11:30, you can watch them play Fitchburg, who also has a win this season. Well, as the NFL players get set to get back onto the field, there's 2 players in particular that our local community will be spending a very close time watching. Of course, those 2 players are Chris Lindstrom and Sean McKeon, the tight end for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, he's starting his season on the practice squad, and he was in training camp with the Lions. They released him, but 2 days later, he signed with the Colts, and he's played 4 seasons in Dallas, and as a free agent in May, went to the Lions. He, former Shepherd Hill player, is obviously making some comments this season, hoping to develop in his path forward. The other one, maybe a little more notable, Chris Lindstrom, the 2-time second-team All-Pro and 2-time Pro Bowl honoree, and who also made the NFL's top 100 players list this summer, number 88. He's the highest rated guard per Pro Football Focus. He also had the NFL best grade of 90 as a running blocker, and the new head coach and new offensive coordinator for Atlanta and a new starting quarterback. But Lindstrom recently said the standard has been set and we're going to play fast up front, just trying to finish and let those guys make their plays. That's our job. And Lindstrom making his name known in the NFL and with Atlanta, but a lot of changes. Those were his recent comments. If you want to go check out the full Telegram and Gazette story, I'll link it down below and put it in our bio so you can go look at that. Also tonight, Worcester State versus WPI, and you might be saying, well, why should I care about that? Well, you should care because of the alumni that will be involved in tonight's game. There's 6 of them, 5 that will be playing, 1 that will not be involved in the game for tonight. Austin Mickelson from the class of 2021, he's playing for Worcester State along with Trevor Johnson, also from 2021, and Noah Legree, also from 2021. Now for the WPI squad, it's Brock Doobie from 2020, William Tyrell, also from 2020, and Nick Davallo from the class of 2024, who will not be in action tonight, but will be there at the game. So we will be looking forward to all of that, the freshmen. And I will be there as well covering the game for you. So make sure you're following us on Instagram at Shepherd Hill Sports Zone for the up-to-minute updates, alerts, and more on what is coming up and the stories that we have. Also make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to get this anytime, anywhere, whenever you may need it. Because sometimes our videos are too long and they got to go to YouTube. So make sure you're over there. Well, talk about a team that's rolling right now. They've played the most games out of any teams this season, and they have the most wins out of any team this season. Who am I talking about? Boys varsity golf. They played St. Bernard's on Tuesday as well as Fitchburg, and it was a win both times. 33-21 versus St. Bernard's, 51-3 against Fitchburg. Then they rolled on to play Nipmuc on Wednesday at Shiny Rock Golf Club. 205-197. It came down to the wire, not the toe. We'll get to that at the end of the episode. But then they ended up beating Nipmuc. So an incredible start for golf. And I want to highlight this date for you. Tuesday, September 10th at 3:30 at Dudley Hill Golf Club. That's where the Rams will play Groton Dunstable. And you can watch that. That's the local one. They don't have another local one until the 17th. So it's highly recommended that you get out there. All intentions are our cameras will be there. And if you can't make it there, Auburn's not a long drive. They'll play there Friday at 3:30 at Packagug. So that's also an option for you if you want to get out and enjoy some golf, because the team is doing very, very well. And the matchup against Groton Dunstable is also going to be a tough one. Groton Dunstable undefeated, 2-0, and the Rams will also be undefeated. So one team's going to fall, and that will be on Tuesday. So we will see you then. It was the first game for field hockey, and unfortunately, it was their first loss of the season. The game would be a 2-0 final with Taylor and Osim scoring for Lunenburg to get past the Rams. Game 1 in the books, and you can look forward to seeing the field hockey home opener, Home opener will be Monday, September 16th. Next week, they'll play 2 games on Monday and Wednesday. They play Littleton, who this season is sitting at 0-1, so maybe a chance there. Then they'll hike up to Groton Dunstable to play the team that has yet to have a game. That's next week. Then they have their home opener. All right, let's talk about soccer. Let's start with boys soccer. They played Wachusett on Wednesday. On Tuesday. It was their first game of the season, and unfortunately, it was a 6-0 loss. Came out of the gate, not too great. But then they went to go play Nipmuc on Thursday. Things were looking maybe a little bit better. Unfortunately, not too great, and that was performance. A very aggressive game, lots of pushing and shoving, I can tell you, and an 11-2 loss. But let's turn the page. Sutton tomorrow at 10 a.m. could be the rebound that the Rams need, and Groton Dunstable Tuesday at home, 4 o'clock. Let's turn things around, hopefully get some wins, and I think that is definitely possible. We look at Groton Dunstable's record. They are no wins on the season. The Rams obviously don't either. So that matchup on Tuesday, pretty good opportunity. Sutton, it's going to be a tough one. Undefeated. So we'll watch what happens tomorrow. Girls soccer, they played their first game of the season, also against Neshoba, who I should say, in the boys are the former champions. And the girls, they're pretty darn good too. And the game started with kind of the same story. It's a 5-0 loss, no goals scored, and Nipmunk soars past the Rams. They will play Groton Dunstable on Tuesday. The girls' version of Groton Dunstable is 1-1 on the season. And then it's Marlborough, who they'll play on Thursday. Marlborough's 0-2 this season. That will be the home opener for girls soccer. We hope to see so many of you there to root them on, because that's a big deal. Home opener. Here we go. Rams. That game at home will be on at 4 o'clock. Well, there's nothing like the NFL season, and there's nothing like an NFL kickoff. And I can tell you, I was real excited last night. I'm sure some of you were as well. And then it got delayed. The rain delayed the Chiefs game, but it was worth the wait because, heck, we had a very good first game of the season. Rivals, the Ravens and the Chiefs, taking it on, both scoring touchdowns in the first quarter. And how about the guy getting his first career NFL touchdown? Yeah, Xavier Worthy, 2 receptions, 47 yards, and a touchdown in your first NFL game. He's got some wheels. So that was the story of the first quarter. Then we roll on to the second, where the Chiefs do get a lead heading into halftime. So that was pretty good for them, 6-3. Then third quarter, it was all Chiefs. But this is where the Baltimore Ravens began their comeback, scoring 10 points in the fourth quarter. And they looked like they had the game going to overtime with this great pass to Likely. And then it was very certain that this call was likely going to be overturned because the foot was just sitting on the goal line. That doesn't, on the out of bounds line, you know what that means? No touchdown. This close. I mean, look at that. Unbelievable. The Chiefs win 27-20. All right, well, that's it for me. I'm out at Worcester State tonight. Follow along on our Instagram page for the updates, the looks at these alumni players. Some of them you guys may know. And I'm back on Monday with a full report. We'll cover everything that happened from now until then. And until then, have a great night. I'm Cam Simpson. Good night.
Thanks for watching Shepherd Hill Sports Zone, the only place for Rams sports news.